Some of you guys emailed me and asked, what happens when you fall off track and how do you get re-motivated? Well, you find yourself at the nearest grocery store and you hurry up and buy all the food that you need to eat for the week and you prep it so that you don't F up. Hi guys, so we're back home. We dropped off the dogs and yeah, we are on our way to Sprouts. So some of you guys emailed me and asked, what happens when you fall off track and how do you get re-motivated? Well, you find yourself at the nearest grocery store and you hurry up and buy all the food that you need to eat for the week and you prep it so that you don't F up.
You start again.
And you start again. And don't beat yourself up and don't get mad at yourself for overindulging or underindulging, whatever the hell you did. But anyways, let's go inside. Recommit. That's what I'm doing. Recommitting. Alright, let's go inside. I don't know. Why are there lines all over the screen?
Because you keep hitting the button.
You guys, we just found real protein bars with like actual protein. Bacon, cranberry.
Dude, I'm totally trying.
Almond and cranberry turkey. Beef habanero cherry. Did you see this one?
Oh, I'll try that one too.
Anyways, Sprouts also carries Quest bars. I think I've told you guys before, but the aisle for the bars is kind of ridiculous. There's so many. I already have regular rice cakes. I do the plain ones, but I might grab another set. Just doing, he has me on this, just the regular rice cakes. Said I could have some wheat pasta, but I don't really need any pasta right now. I'm gonna grab some green beans, Brussels sprouts. Alright, he also said I could get a light, like Italian type dressing. So I'm thinking, let's see. Rosemary, balsamic. Let me see what I find. Alright, I picked this one. It's got 0 sugar, so that'll be a nice change. Let's do this one. I might get the hazelnut one, maybe? Asparagus. So I can have any potatoes I want. I'm gonna do these baby reds. And we'll do the baby white. Extra lean ground turkey. Alright, got some chicken breasts. Picked up some tilapia and some salmon.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. Random people or whatever, I don't care, you're acting up, you whatever.
Hey guys, so I'm home and I missed the kitties. And I think they missed us too, right Sachi? Are you okay? Hi. Hi Oscars. Hi Oscars. Anyways, I think Sasha missed us. It's good to be home. I picked up some wild rice also. I don't think I showed you guys in the store. And some avocados. So my coach said I could have some wild rice, which I'll mix up every once in a while, but brown rice, basmati, I chose wild just because I like it. And I'll be adding some avocados to my diet as well. Hi, Samson. kind of nice. Like, I like going shopping and getting some different things, so it's nice. Anyways, we're gonna go see a movie, but I'm gonna put stuff away and then I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye. Hi guys, it is Saturday, January 3rd. Is it the 3rd today? It is not the morning. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's the first time I've picked up the camera. I haven't been feeling well. I think I'm just tired. So I don't really know. My cats are like crying. But I picked up the camera because I'm going to start my meal prep. And a few of you guys have left comments on Instagram and emailed me asking me to do more videos on my meal prep. So I thought, why don't I just film the next time I meal prep? So I'm gonna do that. I'm taking out some food. I already went to Sprouts. My video for Sprouts would have already been up if you want to check that out. I think it was like, I have a lot of videos on Sprouts. And then I have a coordinating blog post if you guys want to check that out. That actually has everything that I did buy. So you can go check that out. So I'm just taking out some of the fish and take out the chicken, and I'm going to preheat the oven, bake to 425 for my tilapia, and then I'm going to bake potatoes, different variety of potatoes, at 400. Okay, and then yeah, I'm just gonna take this stuff out and then I'll show you. All right, first things first, I'm gonna boil my veggies. Some of you guys had commented saying that I could just microwave them or buy the rice that is microwavable. And I don't like to buy the microwavable rice because it has a lot of sodium in it that's unnecessary. And to be honest with you, what are you eating, Sophie? The rice that I get, it's like a huge bag from Costco and it's like $10. And this is the one I get from Costco. It's the Lindbergh brown rice. It's a huge bag. It lasts like 4 months maybe, and I paid a total of like $12. So for me that just makes more sense, and I make it for my hubby too, and I eat a lot of rice. So anyways, there's that. Whoa, oh my god, I almost just fell. So I'm just gonna take out some potatoes, and I'm gonna roast some different potatoes, some sweet potatoes and some little white potatoes, and then I thought I had some red potatoes left, but maybe I don't. Anyways, okay. Water is in there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the stove. Alright, I'm just not motivated today. Usually I like get excited to cook all my meals and stuff, and then not so much. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna get that stuff ready, and then I will show you like each step of my process. What am I looking for? Alright, let me focus. Alright, I just got my rice cooker out, and I'm going to take the wild rice I got at Sprouts. I'm going to do 2 cups of that, and then I'm going to do 4 cups of water. Alright. Alright, so I just got the asparagus out. I'm going to chop them. I was just going to show you how I chop them, so actually, let me get my tripod. That's going to be much easier. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys was I just take the asparagus, and where the rubber band is, I cut right above it. And that's usually where the ends are. And then I just go like this. And then it keeps the bottoms together so it's not like a huge mess. And then I just throw it away like that. And then take the rubber band off. And then I throw it in my strainer to clean them. So here, I'll show you again. Ends, take off the rubber band, put it in there, and that's how I do my asparagus. I love this strainer. I got it at IKEA, I think, but I just like how it goes over the sink. I'm just going to take some water and I'm going to rinse them really nicely. And then when the water boils, I will put those in. The next thing I'm going to prep are my zucchini squash. And I'll show you how I prep those. So these are really easy. All I do with these is I cut off the ends like that. And then the other end like that. And then I'll just cut it in half. And they will go in the water like this. And then when I'm done, I will chop them up for my meals. And then you can saute them however you want. And sometimes for dinner I'll saute them and things like that. So I'm gonna wash those as well and grab a few more strainers here. Let's see, I have some strainers that I got at Marshall's. Got this one. And then I'll just put them in here. And then we'll wash them and get them ready to boil. And that's how I do my zucchini squash. Oh, I also have this new, it's called a veggetti. And it's kind of cool because you can, I got this at Marshall's or Ross, and you can make like spaghetti out of it. So if you take the zucchini, this is what it looks like. If you take the zucchini, I wonder if I can show you guys how to use it. I've never actually used it before yet. So I think you take the top off. Alright, so I just lined a pan with foil, and I'm just going to lightly spray with olive oil. And then I'm going to take my fresh tilapia that I got from Sprouts. Let me just not bad because I'm meal prepping a little late this time. Still good. Alright, so I've got about 8 fillets. And I'm just going to put that on the pan, and then I'm going to spread them out nicely onto the pan. I also got some salmon. If I do have room, I will put it on there, but it doesn't look like I do have room, so that's okay. Alright, so the oven's ready. Just trying to smell it, make sure it's good. And then as far as spices, I'm going to use my organic no salt seasoning. I'm just gonna spread it along. And I like to put it on the back too, but you don't have to. It just adds a little bit more flavor on it. And you can use any fish. You can use cod. You can use mahi-mahi. There was fresh tilapia at Sprouts. Tilapia is not the best fish to get, but it's cheap, and I really like it. So, okay, and then this is the seasoning I'm using. It's that organic no salt from Costco. And that's all I do. Sometimes I will spray a little bit over the top of olive oil just to kind of give it a little flavor. And then it's ready to go. And I will basically plop it in the oven. At the top here. And we want to do it for 25 minutes. I like to overcook it just a tad. I just feel like it tastes better. Especially, you know, because I keep it for all week. And that will last all week. I do not freeze it. I put it in my Tupperwares, and it tastes really good. Some people, you know, they say, oh, I have to freeze it. I hate my food frozen. And I don't have time to make it in the middle of the week. So that works for me. I've been doing it for 2 years. I've never gotten sick from it. And it's just fine. So, you know, everybody has their own way of doing things, but that's just how I do that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my potatoes ready. So I'm just going to take some sweet potatoes that I got at Costco. And I'm also cooking for my hubby, so being conscious of that. And then I'm going to take some baby white potatoes that I got at Sprouts. And they just look like this. And you don't have to put foil on them. I like to because I feel like it keeps them moist. But I'm just going to take foil. And then I'm just going to basically wrap it like that. And they do leak or they'll burst. So just have them on a pan and then you won't have to worry about cleaning your stove, which is nice. It's like heavy duty foil. I don't think I need it. My aunt was making fun of me because she said I didn't have real foil. It's from Costco, so. Anyways, so you'll just want to do that. And when I'm done, I typically will weigh these before I cook them, but my scale is broken right now, so I'm just going to have to do that afterwards. But if you weigh them before, it's going to be a little bit more accurate. And for these baby potatoes, I'm just going to take a few and then I'm going to put them all in one sheet and then wrap that sheet. And that's just how I do it. You don't have to do it that way. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick it in the oven at 400 degrees for 1 hour. I feel blessed. I have 2 ovens here at my house, so I'm able to get things done a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to let the puppies out because they keep ringing the bell. Do you have to go potty, Sophie? And you guys don't have to do it in this order. This is just kind of the order that I do it in because everything seems to be ready at that time. Like I'll preheat the oven and then get everything else ready and then the oven beeps, and so I just do it like that. So I'm done with the potatoes. I have green beans from Sprouts and then also from Costco that I had gotten. And then I'm going to prep the chicken and then the turkey, the ground turkey. So I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so next step is go over to the grill and clean the grill. And I'll clean it, but we'll want to set it to kind of, here's the highest, second to highest. If you guys are looking for how do I cook my chicken, there's a whole video that's just dedicated to that. But I'm just going to get this ready and spray it, and then I'll go back inside. Alright, so while I was getting the grill ready, my water started boiling. So I'm going to go ahead and put my asparagus in. Again, I have a separate video of how I cook my asparagus if you guys are wanting to find it. You'll find it under my Eat Clean recipe series. So I'm just going to take them, plop them in there. I like to put them in like parallel, I guess you would say, like that. Okay, and then right after I do that, make sure they're all in there, I'll set my timer for 4 minutes. Well, since it's already done for the fish, I'm just going to stop them at 11 minutes. So that's in there. And now I'm going to get my ground turkey ready to go. Alright, so you'll want a big pan like this. Okay, go ahead and spray it with either olive oil, but the best thing to use is coconut oil spray. So this is not a non-stick pan, so I do like to put a little bit extra on there. And then here's the turkey I use. 99% fat-free. And then I'll wait for the pan to get hot. And I'll go ahead and put those on there. You can season it however you want. I have a video of like a lettuce wrap type thing I did. You can do whatever you want during the week. You can even just saute it plain, and then during the week, you know, do spices or whatever it is you like to do. It's just having it ready is what's so important, because we all know what happens when you get home and you don't feel like cooking. So, anyways, so the pan should be hot. Let's go ahead and put it on there. Don't cook the paper like I have before. Alright, so I'm just going to break it up. So the next thing is green beans, and I have some from Costco and some from Sprouts, so I'm just going to put in here. And then same thing, 4 minutes. Alright, so the turkey's still cooking. And I just kind of break it up. Alright, so there's a lot of ways you can do the chicken. I, on a weekly basis, pretty much just do this. Put it in a bowl. I'll use this organic no salt seasoning. And maybe I'll put some chopped onion, and sometimes I'll put other seasonings, but lately all I've wanted was pepper, and that's it. Alright, so I'll put the garlic and seasonings on first. Chopped onion, and actually, to do that, you can actually see inside the bowl. It just looks like this, and then I'll put some pepper. Okay, and I use a fork just to keep it clean, and I'll flip it. Now you could probably pound these out because they are pretty thick, but I don't even do that because, again, I just don't feel like it. I gotta wash this now because it fell in there. Some more chopped onion, and it's just the chopped onion from Costco. And then I put more of the organic no salt seasoning. Again, I don't go crazy because during the week I'll add different spices and make them how I want. So if I want Mexican, you know, tacos, then I can like season it accordingly and put chipotle on there. And my hubby just doesn't like some of those, and so I just go with plain. And so that's the first 3. And then I got 6 chicken breasts. They're pretty gigantic, and I eat about 3 to 4 ounces twice a day or 3 times a day. So this should be enough for all of us. And they look like that. And I'm just going to take the next 3 out and pretty much do the same thing. I know this is like pretty uneventful. A lot of times I'll have like housewives on the background because I usually do this on Sunday. And I'll cook and listen to housewives. Kind of like a meditation, and it gets me ready. Wonder if you can see me. Gets me ready for the week, so kind of helps me get motivated, if you will. Because right now I'm just not feeling it, but that's okay, because I will be feeling it. Anyways, that's what it looks like. The grill is probably hot and ready to go. I like to have the grill at 450 degrees, like really, really hot, because then it sears the chicken and keeps it moist, but also doesn't burn it. So anyways, let me keep trying to do everything with one hand. Alright, green beans are done. I just went ahead and washed them, or Oh, I'm like out of breath. I don't understand it. I blanched them. I almost said bleach them. Alright, my fish is done. Or at least it's telling me it's done. Let's see what they look like. My light is out in here, so I'm gonna put them in for 5 more minutes. Or leave them in for 5 more minutes rather. Again, I like them a little overdone. And then I'm going to come back to my turkey as it's pretty cooked. Usually when I'm not filming, I can multitask a little bit better. Anyways, it's looking pretty good. I don't put anything on it until it's fully cooked. And again, this lasts for 7 days. I do not freeze it. I prep my meals ahead of time. Sometimes I'll add tortilla with this one. And yeah, it's really good. So there. That's that. We're going to do these Brussels sprouts. We're going to go ahead and put them in the pots. These will cook a little bit longer than 4 minutes. I'd say about 6 to 8 minutes. And I already washed them. And the turkey meat is almost done here. And I am going to go out to the grill. So we're going to go ahead and put this on low. And I'm going to go out to the grill and put the chicken on. Alright, so the grill is at the temperature I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken breasts. I don't know if this is accurate, but I always put the thicker part closer to the end because I feel like there's more heat there. And then the thinner ones closer to... I'm by no means a professional griller, but I love the way my chicken turns out. And that's really all that matters when you're cooking. As long as you like it, doesn't matter. Alright, so there we go. We're going to go ahead and leave those on there for 6 minutes, and then we'll come back to turn them. Alright, so the tilapia is good to go. As you can see, it's just a little harder around the edges, and that's kind of what I like. I'm just going to let it cool down, and then I'll start prepping my meals. And I think, is my rice ready? My rice is ready too, so I'll unplug it. Show you what it looks like. Looks good. Alright, so as far as the seasoning for my turkey, I'm going to do kind of like a mix. And I think I'm going to use garlic powder. I would say about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. And this one is just the traditional garlic powder from Trader Joe's. Okay, I'm going to use chipotle pepper. Get this at the grocery store. It's a little expensive, but so worth it. I don't measure it out, but I would say do about a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on if you like your stuff spicy. It's very spicy. Ground cumin. I get a lot of spices from Trader Joe's and Costco. Do about a tablespoon of cumin. That was my timer, and that means that my Brussels sprouts are ready. So we're going to take Brussels sprouts out. And then I just got this strainer from, gosh, I can't even remember. I think it was my grandpa's. I just use it to take them out. Like that. Not everybody likes Brussels sprouts. I actually kind of like them. Sorry this video is totally boring, by the way. You guys are like, what is she doing? Anyways, I'm gonna go blanch these now. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So now I'm just going to add a little pepper and just a tad bit of salt and some pepper, black pepper, and there we have it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water. I'll just fill up my measuring cup with, I don't know, like a 1/3 cup of water maybe. Okay, and then probably add a little bit more water, and then just mix it up and then keep it on low and just kind of let it simmer. I also like to add a little thyme. Fresh thyme is going to be the best, but this one's really good from Trader Joe's, so just a little bit of that. Alright, it's been 6 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my chicken breasts. Yay, they look nice and slightly burned, which is really how I like them. They should be easy to turn. This one was kind of causing me some problems, but that's okay. And there you have it. Alright, now it's time for the zucchini squash. We're going to go ahead and plop those in 4 minutes. The turkey's nice and simmering. I added another 1/2 cup of water. Alright, so the coach said I could have some salmon once a week. So I did get some fresh salmon from Sprouts. And I'm just going to go ahead and make it really simple. Sophie, do you guys see her? I'm going to put some of this no salt seasoning on there, and that's it. Alright, chicken was done. I went ahead and took it out. I'm going to cover it in foil and continue to cook. Alright, the salmon is done.
Trace of the night on the way back down from the sky where you left my soul. Can you help me fly? I can't resist, 'cause you have got a hold on me. And all these thoughts, when you are here, you light up the dark sides to live in the night shine. You take my life and life side. You fade the dark inside. The living night shines. The living night shines. Trace of the night on the way back down from the sky where you left my soul. Can you help me fly? I can't resist, 'cause you have got a hold on me. And all these thoughts, when you are here, you light up the dark sides to live in the night shine. You take my life and light every side. You fade the dark inside. The living night shines.
also get my protein ready and put it in little baggies so that I can add it to my protein shake when I get home. Alright, so then I just store the rest for the hubby, the wild rice and then the Brussels sprouts in Tupperware, and then I'm probably going to put the green beans and asparagus in the same Tupperware. Got these new big ones from Costco. Yeah, so I'll just basically put them in. I feel like they stay better in the Tupperware. Hi Sophie. Potatoes are ready. Went ahead and took those out. Looks good. And then I'm just taking the turkey meat and putting it in the Tupperware. Alright, one question that you guys had was, do I let everything cool down? And yes, I do. You don't want to let anything really sit out for longer than like an hour and a half. That's maximum, but I let it sit out for like 30 to 40 minutes until it gets cool, and then I'll pack it up. So as you can see, I just kind of let everything sit out, and you can see the steam from the heat, and they're pretty cool now, so I'll probably cover them up now. Alright, so this is a fridge I have out in the garage, but there it all is. And yeah, it's all done. I'm glad I did it today rather than tomorrow. And then I'll show you heavy stuff inside of our fridge. Just looks like that. And I have it all up on the top. The end.